Hi friends, this is Jewel
and I'm Noni
and this is the Sound Girl Pod.
So today on another episode of Let's Be Honest. Hey, yawa. Hey, Wena. How honest are you being with yourself? Oh, sorry. Again, guys, we also just came from South Africa the other day. So after Buckingham, we came back to Kenya. We recorded episode 1 and 2. Then we went for a break to South Africa. Now we are back. Yes, as you can tell, all this glow, the weather there was weathering, so we are back. So every time you just hear us saying something like "wena," just know it's rubbing on us. It's rubbing
but she
on
left
us.
me, so she's
And
not
we
going
can't.
to speak like that.
It's supposed to be playing.
No. But everyone saw on Instagram that you had left me so.
Anyway, it's cool.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about. Let's be honest. So let's be honest. Does your friend's success affect you?
Does your
Hata
friend's
tujasema
success
positively ama negatively. Just does your friend's success affect you? Yes.
Okay.
Jiulize. Ebu kwanza just take a minute. Jiulize wewe
Reflect.
Ebu jiulize. Anyway, when I was thinking about this, after we discussed and said that these are the topics we're going to be talking about in season 2, and when I was on the plane coming back to Kenya, and I was
Sawa basi mimi niliwachwa hapa nilitumia tu bus.
Anyway, when I was thinking about this topic of does your friend's success affect you?
Yeah.
And I think what came to my mind is that it can be very easy and rather it is actually easier to say and to be happy for your friend when also things around you are also okay.
I was wondering where you're going to. I hear you. Yeah.
So it's very easy for me to see Jewel is I'm celebrating her and the success. She's gotten a promotion. She's moved to a bigger house. It's very easy for me to be happy for her when even myself, I'm also somehow somewhere in the same space. Maybe also something good is happening to me. Maybe I'm also engaged.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to my wedding, that kind of thing. But on the contrary, it can be tough. For me to celebrate Jewel, I'm going to use us because we are an example right here. It's going to be very tough for me to celebrate Jewel. She's, let's say what has happened. She's bought a new car and she's moved to a new house. Well, me, I've been stuck on my job for the last 5 years. I'm not seeing any signs of promotion. I'm not seeing, rent on my party panda, and I'm not even able to pay those bills, or just something bad happened. Maybe like my mother fell ill. Like it's very hard for me to. Maybe I can say it's easy, but internally, ukijichunguza vizuri, you might find it can be very hard for me to celebrate you. Well, all these other bad things are happening to me at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So when I was thinking about this topic, I was like, it can be very easy for all of us to say, yes, always celebrate your friends. Yes, always clap for your friends. Actually, there's a pastor, do you guys know her from TikTok, that she keeps on saying, my friends, how many times are you clapping for others when they're... You know that pastor, guys? Yes, you can go to our TikTok and you'll find her. Anyway, it's very easy for us to say clap for your friends, but when the situation around you is not as good, is it very easy again to still celebrate the same person, clap for them when still things around you seem like they're stagnating and they're not making sense. So that's what actually came to mind. So if I'm being very honest, if personally I'm being very honest, sometimes it can be tough. It can be tough for me to celebrate somebody when, even though genuinely I want to, ukiongelea tu when you physically, now this is in the physical, when you're looking at the things around you and maybe they're just not working and you're seeing your friends are scaling, and you're being told, yes, celebrate them, clap for them. The more you clap, the more you will rise, the more you are free. Hey, my friend, it can be tough. But I think what I've learned over time, I'm going to keep on referring to my phone because I wrote my notes. I think what makes it possible for me to celebrate and champion for my friends when they're doing well is that just just that celebrating somehow helps to take away that feeling of envy or jealousy, and rather it replaces it with a feeling, I think, of appreciation. So instead of looking at your friends with that negative eye or kwani, like this nini common say of si wataachana tu. Yani every time we just see a thriving couple on Instagram, on Twitter, si wataachana tu. And I was like, anyway, Kenyans, we are hurt. Or other people, we are just generally hurt. I mean, a couple will just post their engagement, simtaachana tu. And I'm like, do we just randomly say those things? Or does it come from a place of hurt or being envious or being jealous?
Yeah.
So I think I came to see it might be easy, or not easy, but the more you're likely to celebrate people, the more it now replaces that feeling of jealousy or envy with that feeling of, okay, I can appreciate my friend. I may not be where they are. I may not be doing the things they are doing, but I can at least clap for them, or I can at least see the
Celebrate,
good,
yeah.
and also wait for my time in anticipation that even because they're my friend and they're also making these strides, even me, I know my time is going to come. Number 2, let me just say these 2 points and then I can push it to you. Number 2 thing is that the more I keep on celebrating people around me, no matter whether I'm in a good place or in a bad place, the more I keep on celebrating, the more I come into the realization that we can never be in the same seasons of life.
Yeah, that's true.
We can never.
Yeah, that's true.
We can never. And seasons doesn't mean that you're in a difficult season, I'm in a good season. It could be both good seasons, but they are very different. You get?
Yeah.
Like it could be a season to, get into a new home, and maybe it's my season for me to get into marriage. There's good things, but there are different things happening at different times for each of us.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the beauty of life. Can you imagine if everybody was married? Like it would be so boring. Like there are no singles to make fun of. Okay.
You can be sure you make a lot of fun about
But
Sharon.
point is-
We've been forcing that issue. Anyway, in God's time.
But
In
my
case you're
point
looking
is,
for...
I must stick to the assignment, stick to what brought us here. We are talking about, and my point is, we really can't be in the same seasons of life at any point.
Any
Like,
given time.
you are at your flying time, it could be my stagnating time.
Yeah.
And those things do happen for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so if maybe it's a season where God is testing, so if Sharon, you're seeing Jewel is flying high and you're stagnating, what is the posture of your heart in that moment?
Absolutely.
And even though I uplift you, if you go on with the same posture of heart, you might also be getting there, and down there you're looking at people and like, hey, siniliwaambia, So I think just it helps you to come to that point of understanding that we can never be at the same point or at the same season. So while I'm at this season, let me appreciate that one who has succeeded. While I'm in this stagnating period, let me clap for her.
Yeah.
Because she's my friend and she's succeeded.
Yeah. Okay.
Over to you.
I think I have nothing to add from what Sharon has said,
Where?
because Madam Wisdom. Yeah. She's really giving us a lot of wisdom.
That is why I go to Buckingham in South Africa. I was there preaching. What else was I doing?
Right. Where are you going next? That you can follow you.
I will confirm. I will share with you my ticket very soon.
My itinerary.
Yeah.
I think I had a very different thought of what you're saying, but after listening to you, I think what you said is exactly what I think should be the right, maybe not the right, but the best way to explain that. Because to be honest, I think after your last point really makes a lot of sense, because I realized even you, for example, me and my husband, we are together, for example.
You're
I mean,
one.
like we are one. But how we run through life,
Is
my
different.
friend, it's he's here, you're here. You're here, he's here. Like, it's never been a constant. As a family, we grow, but as individuals, both of us have our
different
own
level,
channels.
yeah.
And to be honest, it's hard to celebrate people's success. To be honest, a human, it's not easy. It's literally not easy. I mean, there's someone, I was telling someone the other day, I'm really proud of someone, a friend of mine, they're really doing well. But actually at the back of my mind, I'm like, that could have been me. I mean, that should be me. I mean,
why not?
And I was
You
telling them, Aki, to be honest, maisha yangu nimepewa hiyo maisha Aki ningekuwa nimefurahi. You know? I mean, even you and your siblings, maybe your sibling is doing, they're being recognized everywhere. They're in billboards, they're doing blah blah. And you in your workplace, No one has ever recognized or done anything to you. And you're like, okay, my sister, my brother, my parent, my whoever, my husband, my daughter, why are they prospering and I'm not? I mean, the beginning of this year I was very frustrated about my work. And the one thing that really frustrated is because I felt like everyone around me was doing well, but I wasn't. And I felt like God does not love me. He literally hates me. It took me a while to understand that they're in the season of whatever is happening. I am in my season of whatever is happening. If whether I'm stagnating or I'm failing or whatever, that is my season. So I have to accept it as it is.
Yeah.
But actually, when I was coming to speak about stuff, I was like, I literally, I think, to be honest, I celebrate after a lot of thinking about it. I don't automatically. Okay, maybe sometimes I do, depending on the, like it's a way, like I see, okay, they got a baby, yeah, I can't, well, good, because that's, but if someone gets a car, I'm like,
that should have
wait a
been
minute, because a baby, literally, it's God who gives, so I
Yeah.
cannot say no, yes,
Yeah.
but a car,
You
I
have
can
worked
buy,
hard
like,
for it, yeah.
literally, I have money in my bank account, but why
Yeah.
am I not getting it, you understand?
Yeah.
So to some extent, my answer was, I really do not fast, the first instinct is not
to celebrate.
of course,
Yeah.
depending, as I said, with the situation. But after a lot of, I'm like, that person got that car because God knew they needed it at the time when they needed it and for a specific reason.
Yeah.
So coming back to your last point, I think
Yeah.
that's what I would say. You have to understand that your season is not my season.
Exactly.
My season is not your season.
Yes.
I mean, like right now, Sharon is traveling everywhere. I mean, she's not joking about all these things, by the way. She's traveling everywhere. I haven't left Kenya this whole year. Like, I haven't even done anything to do. Literally, my life has stopped. I'm not able to do a few things here and there. And I'm like, I should be feeling bad about it, but I'm like, hey, Aki, like, kwa nini, like, I would be saying, kwa nini, why is my husband going to all these countries? Why is Sharon going? Why is all... And God knows this is the time. You know how many times you've prayed for this? I mean, me, I've never prayed over leaving the country, for example. I've never told God, God, I want to travel. I've never told him that. Because that's not my desire. He will never do it. But you've been praying for these jobs for years.
Yeah,
so it's come to you because that's what you desired, or rather that's what...
You're in that season.
So I should not be feeling bad because I never prayed for traveling. I never prayed for a good job. I don't do business, so why am I feeling bad about your business? You thriving makes... Okay, the other thing I wanted to say is, I think someone else's success, if you're able to, let me not say the word celebrate, but if you're able to understand it's their season, I think to some extent, it challenges you to become better.
Even better.
So if right now I know Sharon's business is doing well, like for sure it's doing well, I think for me it should be like, wow, kumbe I can actually be good in my workplace. Can I work hard where I work and now become better than I used to be 5 months ago or 3 months ago or 1 year ago?
Yeah.
So it makes me feel like, okay, so if Sharon can do it, who am I?
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it
too?
better than her, for example, or I could do it like her. So I think that the point I wanted to put across when I was thinking about my friend's successes is that I think for me, I look at it in a point of what Sharon is able to get to, not the same path, but I could get to her. I mean, Sharon is my friend. Why should I not sit down and tell her, by the Sharon, what have you done to get to where you are? What is the secret? To tell me, but the secret is hard work. We have never been hard in working. I've never been working hard. So, but then I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, okay, there's a principle called fast food. There's a principle called giving. There's a principle called blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, okay, now I understand. All right, can I now ask her, please break it down to me. Tell me, this is what you do, this is what I do. I'm like, okay, now I understand. So it will level me up to a place where I can maybe not get to where you are,
but
at
you're
least
feeling challenged to
become
do
better. Because I think that's what success of someone else should. It should be challenging you to become better.
The word is challenge, not compete.
Not compete. Yeah, of course, I can never be Sharon, she can never be me. I mean, never, ever. But it's like, hey, if my husband can do it, if Sharon can do it, if my sister can do it, if my parent can do it, if anyone else can do it,
That's true.
Then I think they're not. I don't think they're made of another thing apart from flesh and blood. So even me, I could.
You can do
that.
it. You can.
My path. Like now, I don't do business. I'm employed. So my area of success is not the same as Sharon.
It's different from.
It's very different from Sharon. So, things like that. Yeah. But I think you said it perfectly well. In fact,
And something actually you've mentioned that has triggered just a thought is that when you're emphasizing on the point of we can never be at the same point.
Yeah.
do you know, even while in that season where you're feeling like you're stagnating, things are not going well for you, there's somebody else who looks at you and they're like marveled. You know, you're feeling stagnated. You feel like everything is going horrible. There's somebody else down there who looks at you and they're like, Aki, one day I want to be like her.
Yeah.
I want to be like Jill.
Yeah.
I want to be like Jonathan. And I want to do business. I want to
Yeah.
be employed and
Yeah.
be in the corporate world like so and so. And so you're feeling like, so I think also in that moment, understanding
Is
this is my
that,
season, you appreciate, okay, I'm not there yet, but can you imagine there's somebody who looks up to you?
Yeah.
So I think in that time you're able to appreciate that season that you're in and know that actually it's a privilege that you've been given to be in that point of life.
Because the other day this year has been the first month, the first few whatever for this year has been chaotic for me. And I went somewhere and I was feeling so sad. I was at my worst. I've told you this story before.
Yeah.
And I was feeling like literally my world is crumbling down. And I was somewhere and I had shed my tears because someone prayed and I was feeling, overwhelmed by emotions and God was speaking to me and I had cried my heart. And so my eyes were, they were so, and I was walking and someone just called me, Jewel. I was like, no, who's this? It was a gathering. So there were many people. And I'd gone to that gathering because I knew no one knew me. So I was like, no one knows me. This thing.
So
someone called me and I was like, why? I can remember my eyes, I can't even see. So I turned and that person was like, oh my God, Joel, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. How do I don't forget faces, but I was like, I don't have an idea who you are. It's okay, you don't know me, but I follow you and I normally watch your videos and I like them. I was like, okay. Please say hi to Noni, keep doing your videos, blah blah. And I was like,
can you imagine?
I left that place because I didn't want to take a photo or anything because I also want to rush out because I was feeling so frustrated. And I just told Sharon, do you know, that thing just made me realize it's how you view yourself at that point, not another person would. And they gave me so much peace. I mean, I just relaxed. I was like, kumbe, kuna kitu yenye nafanya because I feel like my life was crumbling down.
Yeah.
That's those times when you feel nothing is working, nothing is making any sense, not your work, not anything. Literally, my life was an astonishing, according to me, of course.
Yeah.
I was like, kumbe, someone else recognizes something I'm doing.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
You're inspiring somebody out there. And the thing is, you'll never know them.
Yeah.
So it's until one day they come to you and they give you that point of encouragement and they're like, keep doing what you're doing. We see you. And they're like, me, like, we get those things on DMs
we've got them
and
3 times. Actually, we've been together twice and one when I don't know about
separately.
But actually there are places where we've gone to and people are like, hi.
And I'm like uko serious. I watch your videos, you guys are funny. I'm like, I must stop. As in, please, you don't have to do this, please.
Yeah.
Like
imposter syndrome and things like that. But
so bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, that part, it really helps you to appreciate your where you are at that moment and just know you are there for a certain period. It's not for like the rest part of your life. You're there for a certain season, period, to serve a certain reason and to inspire people at that time. Yeah. And when a time comes where you'll be flying, you'd also want people to also celebrate you. Usikwe tu ni wewe unafly alafu nobody is even there to celebrate. I mean, do you know there are people who fly high but they don't have people to celebrate them? Maybe because also them, they don't celebrate people. So I think it's good to celebrate if you also want to be celebrated.
But style up. Friend yako akiwa na kitu huwezi kaa hapo forever. If you have a friend like Sharon or any other friend who's doing well, don't sleep on it. Just it should challenge you to do better. Because there's always, when you get here, there's always here. When you get here, there's always here. Like there's nowhere it's stagnant. You have to keep going. Yeah. Of course, that season is important for you to understand what is, to understand that sometimes things can be low, and others can be high. But appreciate where you are and move on.
Absolutely. Yeah. So question is, still, let's be honest. Does your friend's success affect you? Yeah. Let us know in the comment section and we'd love to interact with you both on Instagram, TikTok, DMs, reach out to our email. Yeah. That's bad. Yes, we have an email on our inbox. You can also let us know. You can let us know. Just interact with us and let us know how does it feel for you as an individual to see your friends succeeding? Is your instant action to celebrate them or to wataachana tu. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's it for us for this episode. We hoping you enjoyed, and we see you in the next episode. And with that, it's bye.